All right, greetings and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Today, I'm going to go with my most anticipated movies of 2023. If you don't know who I am Rob Willant. I have another YouTube channel in which I talk about mindfulness and meditation. And that, I'll have to admit, is a bit slow. It's not highly entertaining, but they have a good purpose. And that is for another channel. And if you wish to go check that out, there'll be a link in the description. But this is where I plan on bring out my energy a lot more, because we're talking about a huge passion of mine, and that is movies. And every year I come up with a list of the movies that I want to see for the next year. This is the list of the movies that I'm going to absolutely see in movie theater one way or another. And then I'm going to talk about some other movies that just seem interesting to me, things to watch out for. And then I actually have this new category for myself for Netflix. Here they are, my most anticipated movies of 2023. The most excited movies that I have in chronological order, unless they get changed, is starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. It looks really entertaining. It looks really sci-fi-ish. It looks like it's almost like a Star Wars at a microcosm level. You're going to see creatures from that you've never seen before. Instead of going out into a galaxy far, far away, they've managed to bring that here to Earth in the quantum world. And I'm expecting that one to be a bit mind-blowing. The next on my list is Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Now, I really liked the first Shazam movie. It just was a fun, happy movie, and it ended that way with a good message, a good feel-good kind of ending. So the next on my list is John Wick 4. Now, I loved the first movie, and I liked the second movie, and I thought the third movie was a complete waste. Yeah, I found that the third movie ends where it also began. There was really no character development. There was no story development in number 3. So if you just like John Wick for the fighting action, I think you may have loved number 3. Let me know if you did or not. I really liked the first one. Let's hope that number 4 is worth the watch. So moving on, Dungeons and Dragons. This one looks so fun. From the trailers, it kind of seems like it's got that Thor Ragnarok kind of vibe, and I love Thor Ragnarok, one of my favorite movies. Dungeons and Dragons looks so fun to me, and so hey, looking forward to that one. Now, next on my list is Super Mario Brothers. I was a little bit worried, like a lot of people, what was it going to be like? What was the Chris Pratt voice going to be like for Mario? And when they pull out these trailers, there's a couple of them now, and they just are so funny and so well done that I just think that they thought about this really hard. They've proven to me that they put the work in, and it looks fun, it looks entertaining. So that's all I want. I want to be entertained. So Guardians of the Galaxy, number 3. I loved the first one. The second one was a bit of a hit and miss again for me. It was already said that for this particular gang, it's not going to be the same moving on. So what do they mean by that? What is it going to look like in the end? Let's find out. So I'm looking forward to that one. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I really enjoyed the first adaptation of that. I still think that movie is better than most other Spider-Man movies, if not the best. So yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to its sequel. Next is The Flash. This movie here is so loaded with controversy with the star of the film. People who have seen drafts of this movie say that it's absolutely amazing, that you have to see this. This is one of the reasons why over at DC, out of all the changes that they've made, this is the one that they're holding on to. We're still trying to figure out what is it about this movie that's got them so so invested. Then we have Dune 2. I hear that Dune 2 is going to have a lot more action involved in it, which is what I'm looking forward to, because the first one was a bit slow. And so hopefully we get some more action, and if they pull it off, it should be a good sequel to a longer lasting movie series. And then finally, we have Aquaman 2, which is currently is set for Christmas Day. And I think that's a bit of a mistake. I hope that they can bump it up a little bit closer to mid-December. There's a few things that I didn't like about the first one, but on a whole, I thought, again, Aquaman was highly entertaining, unexpected, so different from all the other DC films that it stood out, and I loved it. And so hopefully this one here is going to be much of the same, and so I look forward to seeing an entertaining Aquaman 2 movie. So now I'm just going to run through some of the rest of the movies here that I have. I have a bit of a list. So here's my list. Now I will share this with you. I will put this exact graphic onto the screen, and you can grab yourself a screen grab if you want. But just to go through this a little bit faster, I want to share with you, here is, we have The Little Mermaid. We have Transformers Rise of the Beast. We have Elemental from Disney. We have Indiana Jones 5. We have Mission Impossible 8. Mission Impossible 8, why is it not on my list of must-see movies of the year? Well, like in theater, these movies that might be good to see, I might still see these in the theater. So that's not stopping me from seeing them in the theater. It just means that they're not like, you got to drag me out, I can't miss it, kind of feel. So the Marvels, the Meg 2. I really thought that the first one was wacky and fun. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too over the top, it wasn't too wacky, but I'm looking forward to seeing number 2. Now, Gran Turismo is on this list just because of the actors involved and the people who are creating this movie. Haunted Mansion. I don't know much about it. We'll hear more about it as the year progresses. Blue Beetle. This is another big DC movie. People who love DC Comics like this character a lot, so they're looking forward to it. If they're looking forward to it, then I feel like it's something to watch out for. Next is Craven the Hunter. And then we have Wonka. Wonka is got the same actor as Dune. They're going to be almost head-to-head in the movie theaters as Dune 2 is playing shortly after Willy Wonka, or the Wonka movie, will be coming out. And so you have Timothée Chalamet, who is the star of both of those movies, and I'm looking forward to seeing a better adaptation of this character. One of the movies that I'm really looking forward to that doesn't have a date so far, a release date, is A Quiet Place 3. It's on the list of movies for 2023, but I don't know when it's coming out. My previous graphics don't have a Netflix category, but I have one because one of the most anticipated films of next year is not even a movie that's even coming out into the movie theaters. It's Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. He promises to bring some form of a Star Wars type of film, and it's coming to Netflix. And if you look at all the concept art, which I love looking at concept art, this movie looks amazing. Zack Snyder, for me, is one of these guys where it's a bit of a hit and miss. 300 is one of my favorite movies of all time, just for its visual and its simplicity. All of these Netflix movies are, for some reason, you can never find their release dates. So it's possible that this even changes, goes to 2024. But for now, Rebel Moon, I am so looking forward to this movie. Then we have Extraction 2. Chris Hemsworth is coming back. I don't know how. Did you see the first movie? If you did see the first movie, you'll be questioning that just like I am. Mothership, not too sure anything about it, but let's see. Then we have Berserker. Berserker has Keanu Reeves in it. So for that alone, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds crazy. It sounds actiony, and so I'm looking forward to that. Then we have Beverly Hills Cop 4. I'll be honest with you, I'm not too sure how excited I am. If it's going to Netflix, I'm looking forward to watching it. Electric State, again, know nothing, not too much about it. The Raid reboot. The Raid, its original movie, is a movie that had been around for 10 years before I had seen it. People were buzzing about this movie, and I just kept ignoring it. But when I did see it, I was very happy. If they're going to reboot it, I hope that they do it well and do it justice. And finally, the last one here is Old Guard 2. That's my list. A bit of a long list for 2023. Let me know what your most anticipated movies are of this year. Is there a movie that I didn't have on this list? There are a few movies that I found out a little bit after I created this list. There's an Adam Driver movie coming out, 65, where he goes back and a man from the future goes back into the past to fight dinosaurs. That's not on my list, but now that I've heard about it, it certainly deserves to be in here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and come back and check in to see my thoughts of these movies. Are they worth the price to pay? If you're on a budget and you can only see 1 or 2 or 3 or even 5 movies throughout the year, where do you want to put that money? Well, I will help you with that by letting you know my thoughts about it, whether it's good for you, whether it's good as a family movie or for your kids. You see how excited I am, because I do. I get so excited about these movies. It's part of my passion in life, and so I love to share that with you. So stick around, and until then, enjoy life. Take care, and I wish you well.